Hello, you're very welcome to today's video. I'm taking a short break from the I Am, I Lack series to do something a little different today. I'm going to do a Zen Tarot reading to welcome in the spring. So in Ireland, we celebrate something called Imbolg, which means it's a pagan festival. And it celebrates the coming of the spring, and it means in the belly, meaning that in the dark womb of the earth, things are starting to grow. And you may even see snowdrops popping out, daffodils pushing through. I'm predominantly talking to an audience based in the Northern Hemisphere. And so depending on your climate and where you're watching this from, where I am right now, it's the beginning of spring. We've come out of the long dark winter. The days are getting a bit longer, and today's the 1st of February, and I want to celebrate Imbolg with an OSHO Zen reading. So that's what this video is about, and I've no idea how it's going to go because we're going to jump into this together. But before I go and do the reading, if you've never heard of OSHO Zen Tarot Readings, so this is what the cover looks like. It's a very battered box that I have, and because it's well used and loved, I do give OSHO Zen readings to people who want them. And what they are, they're not about telling about the future. They are about a listening, an insight, or an understanding, or helping to answer a question. They access your inner intuition. So they're like, Zen means in the moment, and the tarot is kind of an in the moment insight of what you need to see or understand in this present moment for the issue that you might be facing or the question you may have. They're wonderful for that. And what's interesting is you might get the same card, but it may have a different context each time you pull that card, or you see something different. They're beautifully mysterious cards, and the design is phenomenal. They've been designed by a sannyasin called Padma. She did the artwork, and they're really beautiful, and they have such depth. I love playing with these cards. So there's many ways you can do a reading, but we're going to just do a one card reading. So we'll pull one card. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to shuffle them, and so you might hear some noises of shuffling. And I'm going to pick a card and then share it with us, and that might be the card that you might need to hear and see in this moment, in this video, in this time. So let's see what happens. Let's see what comes out first. It's almost like pulling a sweetie from the jar and not knowing what its taste's going to be like. So I'm going to keep shuffling these until it feels like a right moment to stop. And you may want to ask yourself, what do I need to know in this moment? What do I need to know in this moment? What's being revealed to me? Okay, so I like to fan them out. I don't have fancy equipment, so I can't really show you without messing around this camera. So I have them all fanned out, and then for me I use my left hand. It's my non-dominant hand. It's the more intuitive side. So whichever of your hand is your more intuitive side, you can access the cards. So just feeling my way around the cards now with my eyes closed, seeing what does existence want for us to see in this moment. Okay. And just bring it a bit closer up to the camera so you can really see this card. It says Aloneness. And to explain something about this card, so this is a picture of Buddha or any seeker going out into the aloneness, and you may not be able to see, but here at the very top of his staff there's leaves. Oh my God, right? There's leaves signifying growth. Here we are in the belly, Imbolg, where everything is just beginning to grow. And yes, you can see this weird purple light shining through on the camera. I have a skylight above. Let's roll with it. It's adding to the atmosphere. So this is tiny leaves of growth, and the light is emanating from his heart. This is the thing that we're all fundamentally searching for, at least I am, is this inner light, finding my inner light. And to do that is to go into aloneness. There's a lot of noise, there's a lot of things going on that are completely pulling us out from ourselves. But really, perhaps this is a time for aloneness, for going in, for looking in, to ask, who am I? How can I access my inner growth, my inner light? Because the beauty of this card that tells us is that we don't have to rely on external validation or external things to define who we really are. The only way we can find out who we really are is by going inside, going into the belly of ourselves. And you know, our center is located in our belly, 2 inches below our navel is where our center is. So this card on this day is saying, let's go into our aloneness, into our center, and from there we go on an inner journey to find out who we really are. So that's the message for today. And this is not scripted. I just felt a desire to pull a card today. I had this other plan, and I just felt something said, do an OSHO Zen Tarot Reading on 1st of February, Imbolg. So the other thing I will say before I wrap up is at the bottom here, this is a purple diamond. All of the OSHO Zen Tarot cards have diamonds on them, and they signify. And the purple ones are the major arcana. So if you're familiar with tarot, it signifies the major arcana, which means this relates to our essential self, this inner quality. And the other cards, there's different other suites of cards, would relate more to our personality. So this is an existential card. So how would you like to move into your aloneness? How would you like to move to the belly of yourself and discover your inner light? You know, thinking of the word enlightenment, it's often we feel like we're in the dark. And that's the other thing about this card. I know I'm going on now. But here he's surrounded by darkness. But he has found his inner light that guides him through the darkness. So I'll close on that for today. Happy Imbolg. May you find your inner center. And I will see you next week for another video. Bye-bye.